Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Took an extra try to go live this morning. First time it's spun around on me, but we're good. We're here. Good morning. I'm seeing a lot of good-looking people out there. Good morning, everybody. I have my Hobo Kelly glasses on right now, so I can see you guys. I can actually see you. I see what you guys are up to. Good morning, Laura. Kimberly. I was drinking out of my tumbler all day yesterday. The red one. I love those things. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, I say to you again. Let's spend a couple of minutes saying hello to each other and hitting the like buttons if you're feeling likey today. Likies aren't for us, they're for an algorithm. The more people push like, the more YouTube shows the video to randos. So, I know, Kim, especially now, it's getting hot. Right now, we're gonna hit I can't even imagine Arizona. Arizona's on fire. Texas, Houston area, you guys are on fire. Chicago, Wisconsin area, fire. You guys it is boiling out there. Here, it's gonna be over 90 today, Niffy. Whew. So, we're not complaining. It is what it is. Good morning. Where's Kimmy? Kimmy is Kimberly. Okay. Yeah, Central Texas too, right, nerves? You guys are boiling it up over there. MPG websites. There you are. I see MPG websites. I see that person. I can see them all the way from Detroit, Michigan. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Paige, good morning to you, my dear. Good morning, everyone. 5280 all day, not just part of the day. It's going to be 5280. It's 5280 in Denver all day. All day. Only took me 2 years to figure out what 5280 meant. That's the elevation above sea level in Denver. For those of you that are still wondering. Good morning. 5280. Scorpions, I'm not super familiar with them. 5280. Paige is going to go there. All day, every day. Nerdy. You Coloradoans and Zins are cool. Yep. They're always high, right, Kimberly? They're always on some kind of a journey. Okay. Classic 6620. Wow, you're way up there. You're up there near the moon. That's like almost touching the moon. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, Pegs, I agree. Colorado rocks it. They're the headliner. One of the coolest groups in Colorado is the Colorado Myco League. Sounds like something Sherlock Holmes would be involved in. Right? If Sherlock was around and he didn't get thrown into the waterfall, or they didn't dive in with the bad guy. What's his name? What was his name? What? One more time? Moriarty. That's right, thank you. If he and Moriarty went over the falls. And then they try some silly books bringing him back. It was like, you guys don't understand, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wanted him dead. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was actually jealous of his own character. He was like, Sherlock gets more more playtime than I do, and I wrote him. Okay, I made him up. So I'm gonna kill him off. There's a weird dynamic he had with his character. If Sherlock grew, that's funny. What would Sherlock do? Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Still seeing 54 people. That's pretty good. 23 likes. I'm seeing a room for improvement there. I'm seeing a room for improvement on the like scale. Okay. I'm seeing an opportunity to double tap your phone or your screen and watch what happens. Yep, you don't even have to get up and push a like button. You don't even have to get out of bed. I know about 12 of you are still in bed right now. Yeah, Higgs, he was all over the OPs. Yep. Michael, we got to earn them. Well, they're not for me, so I'm not trying to earn it for me. We want to give them away. We don't want to earn them. I think there's something we should give away. Okay? Nippy's all in it at work. I know it, Classic. There's 12. Okay, so there's 11 more of you. All right? You don't even have to get out of bed and push the like button. Just double tap your screen. Okay? Or drink the tainted wine. Exception, you didn't have to make that long drive. That's good. That's good. When you can work from home, you're killing the game. You guys don't know it. Exception has to drive like 3 hours each way to get to work when she has to go in. Yep. She has one of those really long drives. I forget about the time zones. You're right about that. You're welcome, Michael. You're welcome. Happy birthday to Buddy. Good morning, Cleanie. Yeah, Kim, it's very much like a Texas commute. Cleanie works from home out in a garden. Cleanie works in a garden, growing big plant stuff. Good morning, everybody. Here we go. Let's get the party started. Good morning out there. Only 3 hours every 2 weeks. Oh, I get it. You don't have to make the long haul to the main office. But still, you do some serious driving to get to work. You do. I think it's commendable. Commendable. She's one of those people that kind of like her job too. Okay. Crab wants me to join a crab army. I'm not sure what that means. I'm gonna need a whole lot more information before I go get in a crab army. Okay. Yeah, Charlie, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Not. Good morning. How you guys doing out there? Okay. Nurse, send me an address. Page 2. Page is a driving fool. Yeah. When I was in Southern California, there wasn't any place you didn't go that wasn't going to be at least an hour drive, even if it's only 15 miles from home. In California, you do not measure distance by miles. You don't. Somebody asks how far away it is, you answer in minutes or hours. Most people would say, oh, it's about 15 miles away. In California, you would say, oh, it's about an hour and 15-minute drive. You always answered in time instead of in distance. Isn't that a funny little cultural thing for the area? You didn't talk about distance in mileage. It was all measured in how inconvenient it's going to be to get there, right? D, 6 miles to get there in an hour. That's about right if you're going to the airport. Okay, that's just about right on your way to the airport down the 405. Yep, you're going to sit in gridlock and you'll go about 6 miles an hour. Yeah. Nurse, did you send it? Okay, I'll have to look into my email. Thank you. I don't remember seeing it, but I'm sure it's in there. So thank you. I apologize for asking for it if it's already there. We'll get that done. We couldn't send anything yesterday anyways because of Juneteenth. We probably didn't make as big a deal out of Juneteenth as we could have. But happy Juneteenth yesterday to all you teenthers and everybody else. Happy Juneteenth. Doesn't jump off your tongue. That is not a holiday that you just like rolls off the end of my tongue. Okay. And then, oh, I'm not going to go there. Never mind. Let's see what's, oh, okay. One moment here. So does leaving your phone plugged into a charger like all night, say your phone's already fully charged, and leaving it on a charger, does that destroy the batteries? Does that destroy the batteries? Does that hurt the batteries? If I left my phone charging all the time, does it build up some kind of a memory and eventually it ruins the batteries? Jesus Christ, I think you might be the answering it correctly. I'm the guy that leaves it plugged in all the time, no matter what, unless I'm actually holding it. I've always heard that you can build up a memory, and you probably shouldn't do that. But then I read in my Mytho Busto, leaving your phone plugged into a charger damages the battery. That's a myth. Many people believe that leaving your phone to charge overnight damages the battery. However, there's nothing to back this claim up. Modern smartphones run on lithium-ion batteries, which are advanced enough to know when to stop charging once capacity is reached. Our lithium batteries are thinking for themselves now. Our lithium batteries are the first step in AI. Okay, they're already saying, I'm off, I'm out. I'm fully charged. I don't need to stay at the bar. I don't need another one. Okay? You can unplug me. You can keep me plugged in. It doesn't matter. I'm not taking another drink for a while. More pixels, more megapixels mean a better camera. Is that true or false? More megapixels equals a better camera. Isn't that what you do? You go and look, how many megapixels can I get going out of this? Nerdy says not always. It's a mytho. The quality of an image is determined by how much light the sensor can take in. Page is saying at f-stops. Typically, bigger sensors come with bigger pixels, but the pixels tend to be larger as well. In the end, it's the size of the megapixels that matter more than how many of them there are. So you're telling me size matters. The cameras know. It's how you use them. Has anybody ever tried this? It's gone through my mind, but I've always been just a little bit of afraid. Has anybody ever urinated on an electric fence? Just to see what would happen. What would happen? Richard says, yeah, Pops, I've done it. It sounds like something that's well worth, but you got to stand. I don't know. It hurt. Richard said it actually hurt. What do you think? I don't think anyone does that on purpose. Nerdy. I think it might, though. It's like it could be a school science project. Okay? I don't think anyone's done that on purpose. I think, what if you're trying to like escape from prison? How many of you, if you knew there was an electric fence and you could short it out by putting a little bit of urinational on it, would you do it? Would you do it? Is it worth it? Is it worth the risk? I'm getting out of prison. I'm going. I'm going. Urinating on an electric fence can cause electrocution because electricity can travel up the urine stream and into the body. Now that's hurting. That's gotta hurt. Girls, avoid that one completely. Guys, ouch. Okay? How silly. How dumb is that? Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to tell you guys this rando. I'm not going to read this next rando to you. No, we're even though we're an adults only show, there's still some things we don't want to talk about here. Okay? I'll talk about one thing. No, I'm not going to even go there. I was about to give you guys a confession. One of the typical pop confessions, but I'm not going to do it. No.
Give me 5 people that want Pops to do a Pops confession. Give me 5 people.
No, can't do it. Can't do it. It's very personal. All right. How about this one? How old were you? I'm out of line here. I want you to know before I go. I'm out of line. Thank you, Tribal Science. Nerd, it's probably for the best if I don't go here. Okay? I was a late starter. In the girlfriend category. I was a late bloomer. I was always busy, like, in chess club, quiz bowl, sports, reading all the time. Girls scared me. Girls scared me. Later on, I got busy. But it took me a long time to get busy. How old were you when you first got busy? How old were you when you first got busy? I believed in cooties, Kim. The teachers at our school had us believing in cooties. We have 17s and 20s. We have 15s. We have 20s. We have 17s. See, I don't feel bad now. I was about to make a confession, and I thought I sounded like really out of line. 17. Cool boy, so still counting. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling the group now. I don't feel bad at all. I first got busy 18, my summer after graduating from high school. And I thought, late bloomer. Pops, you're blooming late. Well, that's because all your lying friends tell you in the locker room that they've been busy, but they haven't. Okay? Boys, Kim, I thought that was a lady. But I'm watching a late bloomer. But I'm watching the numbers come up here, and I'm like, I'm right in the club. Oh, guys lie about it all the time, Neff. Okay? That is one of the first things you talk about in the locker room. Did you get busy? Okay? Most people have sex before the age of 16. Is that true? Is that a true statement? Just based off of reading your replies here, it's not true. It's not. Okay? Women lower their number, men raise it. That's funny. That's of the total partners, not from the time they got busy. Men lower their got busy date, and women raise theirs. So I didn't get busy. Okay? I don't know. Actually, it's not a true statement. Only around 30% of people have sex before the age of 16. And this statistic hasn't changed in the last decade. Interesting. So the old online stuff, it's not changing the numbers. That's interesting. Carnivorous, you leave those people alone. There's nothing wrong with living in a trailer park. A trailer park can be a lot of fun. When I was moving here to buy this place, we actually went and looked at a trailer park situation. Only because I was going to buy like 4 of them right next to each other. I really was. I'm going to I'll take that one, that one, that one, and that one. And I'd live in one, Brock would live in one, and then I'd rent out the other 2. Seriously, looked at it. Nice trailer parks. Not the ones you see in downtown Miami. And I'm not making fun of Florida, but I've been to a couple in Miami. You know what? It's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. All you own is the box that's on the property. They still own the land. And it was average, something in the neighborhood of between $600 and $800 for lot fees for the month. Are you kidding me? That's a lot. Get it? That was a pun. That is a whole lot of money. Okay? No. You could rent an apartment. You could put that's a small mortgage payment. Right? So I bailed out on that idea, but I was going to be the king of the trailer parks. Don't think I'm joking. I literally I'm over there with my real estate agent looking at it. Should I buy half of this trailer park? And then I decided not to. No, we're not doing that. Lot rent, it was ridiculous, Hags. And I didn't think of that. I thought maybe $200-300. And they can raise it anytime they want. They could raise it's in their rules when you sign in. Oh yeah, that's what it is this month, but we could raise it next month. We don't even have to tell you. So, I think you guys can understand why I bailed out on that idea. We like it here. Don't we, Brock? He whispered yes. Okay. Oh, I would like to buy the whole park. Okay? That could be true, Queenie. This guy right here. Muzan, I just timed you out. Yesterday you brought in some negativity. Today you're still playing it. It's not necessary here. I did you a little time out there. And we love you. We want you to hang around here. But I want you to bring something good to the table. Okay? Bring in something reasonable and kind and good. And we're all in it with you. Okay? But we don't need people bombing us here with weirdo situations. We're all weird. So let's take it easy on each other here. Especially the moderator. No, not the moderator, the host. Especially the host. Take it easy on the host. Good morning. No Scientology. No. We don't do religion here, and we don't do politics here. We just don't talk about them. Okay? What my spiritual beliefs are mine. And it's not hard to figure them out if you hang around here. It's not hard to figure out. I keep it really simple. I have 4 agreements that I work on practicing. That's it. And it's not a religion. Microdosers. Microdosers, are you happy with the results you're getting lately? Are you guys happy with the results you're getting? You microdosers, are there any regular microdosers? Regulars? You're just on a nice regimen and you're happy with the results you're getting? When I'm on a regular regimen, my brain is more creative. I like that too, Carney. The people around you are happier. Yeah, I get it. And I'm not telling anybody, like, get on a regimen. I'm just saying, if you're on one, do you like your results? Are you doing well? That might be a good one there, Kim. Get a nerdy gummy. Derek Anderson, that's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to read that article. Tricycle newsletter today. Tricycle Day newsletter. Higgs, it definitely helps me. It does. It's like a supplement. You know, it's an adult vitamin. I'm certainly not having spiritual journeys from a microdose, but I certainly get creative impulses and keeps me in a better frame of mind. Many practitioners shared that physical movement can extend or enhance the neuroplasticity induced by microdosing. Yeah, right, Cleanie? That's all you got to know. Internally, you know the difference. Wallace Murray explains that on dose days, You can pair the capsule with at least 20 minutes of brisk movement because aerobic exercise boosts brain-derived neurotropic factors, and it works synergistically with psychedelics. Your microdose, you pop a Mikey, 20 minutes of brisk something, exercisey movement. That movement enhances your neuroplasticity and gives you better connectivity for the medicines that you've taken. The type of movement matters too. Eliza Collins recommends activities that engage both hemispheres of your brain. Movement like Tai Chi and dance all stimulate brain development. I've stopped doing that. I need to get back to it. For a while there, I was dancing in the morning. Just music on, and I would just whirl around and do a little dancing, and it just sort of got my morning started. I forgot about that. And now I'm hearing one of the good reasons for it. I have to get back to dance class. And it's very private. Nobody wants to see Pop's chicken dance. I'm not like the world's... I'm not that guy, okay? But dancing, it's a good idea. Just do it privately. Nobody's looking, okay? Nobody's watching. Thank God. I would go out with Miss Rose and her sister. And those two ladies can dance. They could dance any dance you can imagine in a club. We'd go to clubs in LA. Next thing you know, the two of them are on the floor dancing with each other. I'm over in the back having my whatever. And literally the floor would clear just so they could watch these two girls dance. And I remember Miss Rose, trying to teach me to have rhythm. It didn't work. No. After a while, they would just go out dancing. We're going to go dancing. And I'm like, you girls have a good time. Okay? Go have a good time. Yeah. Worse than Steve Martin, I'm like way goofier. She wouldn't want, she was like, you could stay over there if you want. You could stay on the bar stool. I was like, really? You don't want me out there with you? She go, well, you know, Becky, her sister. Becky could dance with me. They didn't want to hurt my feelings, but just making me stay off the floor hurt my feelings. But they were right. Dancing stimulates brain development, and with the added bonus of simultaneously regulating the nervous system. For a simple brain balancing exercise, she suggests, are you ready for this? She suggests using a crayon in each hand and moving them across a piece of construction paper without trying to create any specific pattern. I never did go out with her, exception. And actually, I was starting to like her. If you guys remember the story about the post lady, we were starting to, get to know each other. She came to the house 2 times to deliver a package. And then I go to the post office to drop off some packages, and she's not there. I'm like, okay, she must have a day off. Not there the next time, not there the next time. Find out that she had been reassigned to another post office. And Pops hadn't been sharp enough to get her phone number. I was always meeting her at the post office and talking. I didn't have a way to get a hold of her. Okay? So, where is it? There it went. Okay? There went my post office romance. She's a very, very, very nice lady. Annie Brooks adds that exercise or physical movement is helpful during microdosing. I kind of did, Higgs. I actually liked her. I think she liked me too. I think she was waiting for me to make a bigger move. Okay, she was waiting for me to make the big move. And I was like, I'm still 18. I'm still like that 18-year-old kid. 17. Okay. I get nervous. I get nervous around girls I like. Do any of you guys get nervous around girls you like? Kind of start, you can be all charming to everyone, but then all of a sudden you're blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she was pretty, Kim. You guys, anybody? Derek said, yes. Right, Derek? 100%. Yes. Oh, God. You would think by now, Derek, we'd have some kind of cool in us. You know what I mean? You'd think we'd have already been able to work it. But no. I still get... Oh, this is a place to be honest, you guys. There's no judgment here. We love you anyways. If you get nervous, it's okay. Okay? Good morning, Taco. Choose activities that require coordination or learning new skills. I do the learning new skills one. That's the one that I work on. For example, you dance or do yoga. Not only does intentional movement stimulate brain plasticity, it activates vital energy flow in the body to help move and clear emotional blocks. I agree with that on dancing. When I'm dancing, even to myself in my little private little area where I know no one can watch, I'm not having emotional blocks. Like, it's hard to sit around and feel I can't wait to be depressed on the couch and get up and dance. The two don't mix. Okay? They just don't mix. Disrupt your routine a little bit. If you have a routine on your microdosing, disrupt it a little bit. Breaking out of autopilot is essential for forming new neural pathways. And our guides offered creative ways to introduce novelty into daily life. Is anybody liking what we're talking about? Give me 5 people that want to hear just a little bit more about how to more effectively microdose. No, Mike D, I did not get it yesterday. I was wondering if you were going to send it. It's all one word, the Detroit Mush Lab at gmail.com. And I didn't see it. Okay? So please send that to me. As a matter of fact, while you're talking about, let's get somebody else to get a win. Give me a number between 1 and 50. And then we'll get back to effectively microdosing. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Go, 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 go. Derek Anderson, thank you. Microdose Kumoy is a very small capsule of mushrooms. Give me a number between 1 and 50. You can put up to 3 of them on your line at one time. Go, go. Oh, kill the game, kill the game, kill the game. Corey D. Corey D. Corey D said 20. And by golly, by 20, that's exactly the one that's in there. Corey D, congratulations. Send me your address, Core, and we'll get this pack of supplemental supplements sent out to you. Okay? So disrupt your routine. You're welcome, Corey. More than welcome. Carrie Rowe suggests a couple of simple challenges. If you usually brush your teeth with your right hand, try doing it with your left. Stand on one foot while washing dishes. These are simple little things. You microdose. I'm gonna brush my teeth today. Switch the pattern. I usually tie my right shoe first. I'm gonna tie my left shoe first. Sounds silly-ish, but it isn't. Our brain is already on an autopilot. Break up the autopilot a little bit. And as you've ingested, the two go together very well when you're not on autopilot. Monica Labsac encourages stretching your mind. During your process of reprogramming, you can support your mental flexibility by trying new things. These can be as simple as taking a new route to your location. Explore learning a new language. Try learning an instrument. Yeah, Pops, that one doesn't work for you. My problem with learning new instruments is if I can't play, like, guitar, if I can't play like Joe Satriani in 3 days, then I feel like I'm wasting my time. I'm not, but I'm not good enough. So I put the guitar down and I go to the grow house. I'm good there, okay? Thank you, RJ. Corey, I gotta be good like really fast or I don't want to play. Okay? Sock, shoe. So I try socks. That's good. That's good, Streety, because I do sock, shoe. Maybe I should go sock, shoe. That's good. Joe Satriani's one of my favorites. Man, that guy could shred a guitar. And I just like his style. Louis Below frames it perfectly. It's all about remixing or updating your everyday routine. For example, even something as small as taking a different route to work, stretching each morning, or starting your day with some gratitude or breath work can help reinforce new patterns. Psychedelics can't do the rewiring for you. They just soften the ground so new seeds can take root. If we believe that, and I do, then let me soften my ground. For me, you know how I soften my ground? You guys know me. You guys know me. You've known me for 4+ years here. How does Pop soften his ground? What have you witnessed? I'll tell you, 2 or 3 ways. Laughter. We try to get a good laugh in here every morning. Laughter is one of the big ones. I definitely try to get a laugh. And I usually am laughing at myself. Some crazy situation. But laughter softens the ground for me. Kindness also. In the morning, I'll put together the packages that I'm going to be sending out that day. Knowing that I'm going to be sending something with no expectations softens my ground. Isn't that something? We believe in laughter here, as you guys can tell when you watch Brock's show. At the end of the day, what it's all about is cognitive flexibility. Integration happens when you harness your boosted neuroplasticity to affect specific changes. The answer to that, Mila, is yes. The answer to that is yes. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence to answer that yes. Lots of people have come to psychedelic medicines and had good therapeutic experiences with pain and with grief. So it's all an individual thing, and each person gets an individual impact. But the answer in short is yes. There, Claney's answering you right there directly. It's not enough to just think differently. Embodying the change is key. So now I'm thinking different, but thinking different isn't enough. Practicing different is where we're at. Practicing. This means aligning your actions, your posture, your nervous system with these new beliefs that you're cultivating. That's an answer right there to some pain issues. Right there. You're approaching your pain with a completely new relationship. Rene Piazza warns about the neutral state of neuroplasticity. There's a saying that we are, wait for this. Has Pop's been telling you guys this? Myself, have I been saying this for a long time? Rene Piazza says, there's a saying that we are what we practice. And we're always practicing something. We are what we practice. And whether you realize it or not, you are practicing something. What are you practicing? Because that's what you are. That's what you become more of. You're practicing anger. You're practicing a lack of patience. You're practicing being mad at the kids because they didn't do something you thought they should do the way you wanted it done. You're a little frustrated with the old housemate. That's a way to practice. You can also practice completely different approaches. You are what you practice. And everybody practices something. Sarah offers a practice for tuning into what you need. I love heart-centered breath work, or even just placing a hand on my heart and asking, what am I ready to rewire today? I just got goosebumps. The willingness, you've literally said out loud to the universe, what am I going to rewire today? I'm open, I'm available, and I want to practice today. Microdosing helps soften the grip on old patterns, but it's your loving attention that lays the new track. Every single word we just spoke is true in my experience. Microdosing is a paradox. In some ways, for some people, it makes life easier. On the other hand, microdosing requires making a commitment to yourself. If you're serious about holding yourself accountable, then on days, sometimes they might actually feel harder than off days, because you know you're going to be practicing. Why? Because when you're in that heightened neuroplastic window, what you do really matters. On microdosing days, you have to be extra vigilant about doing the thing or being the person that you want to do or want to be. Otherwise, you're just going to be reinforcing old patterns. You can't just take a microdose and walk around being angry like you were yesterday. When you take your microdose, what am I going to work on rewiring today? Don't let these warnings scare you off. As they say, if you do what's easy, your life will be hard. If you do what's hard, your life will be easy. So think of it this way. Microdosing is like training wheels for thought and behavior change. You get extra support while you practice new ways of being, but you still got to do the pedaling. I like that. I like it a lot. You add that in with what we were talking about yesterday, and it all starts to work together. Neat stuff. Sometimes we'll just fall into the pattern, oh, I got to take my microdose today, and then you go back to being not practicing something different that day. There's a whole commitment. There's a whole determining a wellness, that you want to live a life of wellness. Let's go to back to our book from Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. We were talking about trust yesterday, and we were talking about the word braving, and each of the letters, BRAVING, standing for something. First one, B, boundaries. You respect my boundaries, and when you're not clear about what's okay and not okay, you ask. You're willing to say no. You won't have expectations if you ask, because somebody will answer you. They'll tell you this is what you can get. This is what's going to happen. If you don't ask, you're probably have an expectation. Well, this is what will happen. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to have your own boundaries. Be willing to say no. We're all a lot better at saying yes. And sometimes we say yes when we really mean no. And then later you're like, why did I say yes? And every gift that you're going to give from that yes position is a negative now. So make sure your yeses are really your yeses, and that they're coming from the right place. Otherwise, be willing to say no. Remember the second principle, the second agreement, we're not taking it personal if they don't like the fact that we said no. That's not my problem. No. Can't. No does another thing. It works at, it helps you not be a codependent or an enabler. Yesers, yes all the time. Be careful of why you are. Some people need to hear no, even though that's not what they think they need to hear. This is a no time. The second letter, reliability. You do what you say you'll do. Boy, this sounds like being impeccable. At work, this means staying aware of your competencies and limitations so you don't overpromise and you're able to deliver on commitments and balance competing priorities. Reliability builds trust. Do what you say, and say what you mean. Number 3, accountability. Accountability. This is one you can see these people coming. Kimberly, it's really important to know your limitations. You're right. Recognize them. If you don't like your limitations, do you think you can change them? Can you change your limitations? Some. I mean, the physical ones, maybe not so much. I'll never be able to dunk a basketball. But my emotional limitations, I have every control over with practice. My spiritual limitations, same thing. Accountability. We all know the guy that can't say he's wrong. The word can't even come out of their mouth. I'm not sure. Own your mistakes. Apologize. And make amends. That is one of the most forward growing things you can do. Say, hey man, I blew it. I was wrong. What's the person going to do? Kill me? I don't even care what they think about me. I care about me, what I think about me. If I can't tell the world I was wrong about something, then I'm not going to grow in that area. Be accountable. The more mature you are, the more accountable, the easier it is to be accountable. Vault. You don't share information or experiences that are not yours to share. This is gossiping. If somebody tells you something in privacy or in confidence, that's how they told it to you. You're violating them, but you're violating yourself first if you blab. I've had a world of practice at having a vault. And it comes from, previous things that I did in my life. Where people come to you and they tell you something, they're trusting you. Trust? They're trusting you with a part of themselves. They usually came and they were looking for some kind of guidance or some kind of, forward motion advice. That's not yours to go and tell everybody else. That's between you and the person. It should never go any further. It's causing irreparable damage to your trust. First, trusting yourself. People need to know their confidences are being kept and that you're not sharing their information with other people. People need to know that you're capable of being confidential. When they know that and they can trust that in you, they're going to come to you some more. And you get to do a life work, which is being assistive and helpful. But if you're the leaky faucet, if you're the guy every time somebody tells something to, they're going to hear about it next door, you're not going to get the privilege of being able to help someone. They're going to avoid you. They don't trust you. There's a few people, confession, there's a few people that I don't trust anymore. I don't trust them. And that came out of this community. They're not here today by any means. But I don't trust them. They've done some kind of, usually came up from gossip. And they're out there doing damage instead of helping. So what do I do about it? I get on here and I tell everybody on here, avoid so-and-so. Is that what I do? Have you guys ever heard that from me? No, you never have. What I do is internally, I know that's someone I'm going to avoid. I don't have to tell anybody else about it. And because of the technology we have today, the easiest thing for me to do is hit the block button. Move on. That's a vault. The block button. I never have to deal with that. They could still be out there saying whatever they're doing, they usually are, until they finally run out of wind. But nobody's going to be 100%. If you're in any kind of a frontline game, there's going to be a percentage. That's the price you're paying to be in the game. Respect people's confidences. Don't overdo. If someone's not there, don't be talking about them. It's pretty simple. If you have an issue with somebody, go to that person directly. You don't have to go to anybody else. Go directly to that person. Usually it's not even big enough or worthy enough for me to go there. In today's world, I just hit a block button. I've seen enough evidence. I've heard enough things. I've watched you do it long enough. I'm over it. Block. But I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to tell you who's on my block list. I'll be honest with you. This came up a couple of weeks ago, well, a week or so ago. This particular situation. Somebody that had started a campaign to wildly defame me. Somebody that I had brought into my home and I trusted. With a regular level of trust I will give anybody in the Michael community. And it turned out to be this person's doing all of this stuff behind. And it wasn't long. It was just 3 years ago or so. Boop, I hit the block button on this person. Not too long ago, this same person who I hadn't seen or heard from in years, nobody was missing him, I wasn't missing, is back on the scene and looking for something free from me. It wasn't that one exception, it's another one. What would you do? What would you do? This person bounces back, you haven't heard or seen from him. What would you do? Knowing that you're trying to be somebody of goodness and kindness. What would you do? Ignore him? Tell him, what are you doing here? I blocked you. What would you do? Exception says give him another chance. We've been there on Exception, you and me. And I'm certainly glad that you taught me some lessons. But what would you do? I don't want to get involved in a conversation. I don't want to do any of that. The forgiveness is key, of course. You know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. I couldn't, for the life of me, feel it in my heart that I was doing the right thing by Boom, no problem, send it. I also am at a new address. And so I'm thinking if I send something, person X is going to have my new address. And I don't want that either. I've liked this separation. Everything's worked out for the last 3 years. I haven't even thought of them. So I did a roundabout. I reached out to one of you here. You know who they are. You know who you are, but don't say anything. You know what you do? You know what I did? I sent the package to a community member, and I said, would you mind sending this to them? You don't even have to tell them where it came from. They'll still get it. I haven't done anything to not help, but it didn't have to come from the guy that you drug through the mud. And I was comfortable with that as a solution. Person's still going to get what they need. I still helped. And I didn't involve myself at the personal level in any way. I already had made the decision a long time ago. When I block, I block. So there's forgiveness there. There isn't holding grudges. There isn't out there telling people, could you believe so-and-so did such and such? Just, they still got it. Yeah, Herb, it's about the boundary there. I had drawn one. And I didn't want to take down that boundary. But I also didn't not want to help somebody that's in, if they're in a situation and it's dire enough that they're actually reaching out to me at this point, I can do something about that. So, I don't know if that was the right answer or the wrong answer, but that is what I did. With the help of one of you wonderful people here. Integrity. Choose courage over comfort. Choose courage over comfort. Wasn't comfortable to do. But there was some courage in there. I'm still going to pop my head up. I know I'm probably still going to, and he didn't, it was said to me himself. I don't care. I have to account to myself before I worry about anybody else. If I chose what was fun, fast, or easy, that might not have been the right choice. Choosing to practice your values rather than simply speaking about them. Practice your values. Non-judgment. I can ask for what I need, and you can ask for what you need. We can talk about how we feel without judgment. We can ask each other for help without judgment. I didn't judge. Still got helped, the person. But I didn't take down my boundary. I stayed as far back in the shadows as I could because that's where I chose to stay. I'm not opening myself up to a new round. And then finally, generosity. My gosh, this is the biggest thing that I've learned in the last 4.5, 5 years. Practice generosity. In that case, we were still being generous. Because that's what I want to be. I want to practice generosity. I don't want to withhold just because of some emotional, but I'm also not going to put myself in a firing line again. for somebody that I don't trust anymore. And you guys can do the same. You can still help people that you don't trust. And you can find a really positive, healthy way to do that. But just because you don't trust somebody doesn't mean you withhold your goodness or your kindness or your generosity. Just find another way to be generous. That's the end of this story today. I have stories every day here, don't I? And I'm not always, I don't say I'm always right. I don't know. I'm not even saying up here, this is the right way, this is the wrong way. You don't hear those words come from me. You hear, this is what Pops did, and this is what happened. I love you guys completely and totally. And that I can sit here and tell you these stories and give you my experiences is exposing my vulnerability, and people going, oh, and he did it that way, he did it. No, you're just hearing one guy's way. And you're watching him grow one way or another. I'm growing like a Jack and the Beanstalk stalk, okay? Go have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. No, we won't. We'll see you guys here Monday. But if you have an IG account, okay? If you have an IG account, maybe 9 o'clock-ish tomorrow, I plan on going live on IG from the water. We're going to be on the boat, fishing, and we'll do a little 5-10 minute live IG tomorrow from the water if we have Wi-Fi coverage. Okay? So you guys, and usually when we go live like that, almost all the time, boop, we hit a fish. So I'm hoping you guys can be our fish whistle tomorrow. If we go live, you guys all start hitting the fish whistle. And who knows what a fish whistle? A fish whistle, okay? So that's the plan. Now, sometimes it doesn't always happen, but we're gonna. Dean, congratulations, first day on the job. But tomorrow, we'll see if we could go live and have you guys whistle at some fish. Okay? Pops, peace, 4 things. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personal. But you can block someone if you want to. Don't have expectations. And always do your best. Have a great day. Kim and John Zook and Dean and Paige and Carnivorous and Nerdy and Kim. Oh, that's great, Nerdy. Of course you are. Mushmouth with the fish whistle. Sanum, Kim Marie, Shy. Good morning, Shy. Kimberly and Mike Buddy Ball. And Richard Nash and Fourleaf and Jesus Christ in Australia. Dean, thank you. Jolie Cantor, there's my pretty girl. Jesus Christ and Mike Buddy Ball. Jesus and Hags, peace, Pops. Hags, I'm pulling back the jockstrap. Here we go. Coach Carmine letting it loose. Boom, snap. Inside joke. Mr. 420, Sue Littlemeyer. Nerdy and Jesus Christ and John Zook. Lynette, I love you. Mike Baraball, Derek the Sir Anderson. Billy D. Cleany. Conrad and Fourleaf and Lucky Lures, thank you. Mushmouth, Nippy, have a beautiful weekend. Would you hug Ava from Pops sometime today? John Zook and Cat Meowzilla, Jesus Christ, Mr. Phillips, Shy and Derek Anderson, STL Garbage, Billy T, Marky Z and Herbie Von Worley Kebab, Notorious Skate, and then Rod, what did you get deleted for? Rodmond and Streety, have a nice weekend. Sammy P, John Zook, Shy, Mike Baraball, 5280 all day, Nippy, STL, and Dando. Later, Tater. Pops, peace, love, practice, kindness. Out. Thank you, Nippy.